here we go. Happy Wednesday. I beat you.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Nice. Nice imitation.
I took your thunder, Boomer.
Not quite as good.
No, yeah, well, we'll talk about that. But let's see who's better. How are you, birthday boy? Yesterday was your birthday.
Yep.
You had a great day.
I had a great day, busy day, about 4.5 hours of drive time.
Met some great people.
Met some great people, supported some great people that we've done some business with, mutual client-wise. CPA office in Mount Pleasant, that is, they're really good. And then some people up Houghton Lake area.
Awesome.
Pickens Lake, yep. So
Awesome.
yep.
Awesome.
Still trying to catch up with texts, instant messages, calls, you name it. So
I know. It's
thank
great
you.
to be busy.
Thank you to everybody that reached out and said,
oh, happy birthday.
So,
yes.
Yep. Still got to get back to a lot of people, but thank you.
I'm surprised that the world doesn't just shut down for your birthday. If Mom had her way.
Yep.
You would. Do you like my shirt?
I do. Manifest that shit.
Manifest that shit.
So what's that about?
That's about what's right here,
Yep.
between your ears.
Between ears.
What you bring onto yourself.
Yep.
Think it's going to be a good day, think it's going to be a bad day, it's your decision, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yep. Think you can, think you can't. Either way, you're right.
I like that.
Do you like that?
I do.
That is from an old friend of ours from Ada. And that was his famous quote. And your dad says that all the time. Think you can, think you can't. Either way, you're right.
Who was that?
Wally Buttrick. He was an Amway guy.
Okay.
I mean, we were like 19, way long time ago, and he's since passed. But he was a great man, and I love that quote, and it's always stuck with us.
Absolutely. It's
Surprised you haven't heard Dad say it.
I haven't. That one doesn't stick out.
Well, and I know you hang on every word that Hot Todd says, just like I do. Let's talk about, we have one follow-up question from last week from our friend Mike.
Yep.
Mike is a great client of mine. I sold he and his wife a house last year. Wonderful guy. But we were talking about investments last week and getting into those. And his question was, how does one go about getting started if you don't have 20 to 30% down? So
for investment properties, it's that number, that 20 to 30, hard to work around. We want to make sure you've got the liquidity.
And don't put yourself in a situation you shouldn't be in.
Yeah. Not only do you need that down payment, but you've got to show reserves, because we've talked about it. Murphy's Law, boilers break down, furnaces break down, roofs, toilets, you name it. You've got to show that you can meet the needs of the tenant. Yep. And we don't want your spouse getting, there is no tenant.
Yes.
So you've got to demonstrate you're strong, and you're in a position to take care of your own business, and then anything in addition to that. It's kind of like the airplane analogy. Put your oxygen mask on first,
right,
and then you'll be able to help.
Yes.
You got to have the liquidity and the strength.
And we never, I've never sold somebody a house to sell them a house, right? You never want to put somebody in a situation that they shouldn't be in.
Exactly.
Because we want everybody successful in everything they do.
The other option would be, and it's not very prevalent at all right now, and that would be the land contract route with the seller.
We don't see those much at all.
Financing is too easy to obtain, and sellers want their money.
Yep.
9 times out of 10, unless there's some tax reasons or whatever, but
very few things come through as land contracts anymore.
Yep.
So
maybe that helps a little bit.
Yeah.
But
But thanks for the question, Mike. Send us more about teams, our teams, and some stuff leading up to that, and the value of surrounding ourselves with people that are smarter than us, brighter than us, better than us, that make us better. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about some of the great teams you've been on in your life that have made lifelong impressions on you and our family, really. Probably one of my favorites, my Ned Miller, who now I think is in Arizona.
I don't know where he's at, but I always see him in Detroit Lions stuff.
Nettie.
I think Nashville, and
Nashville.
he's moving to
Arizona. So Arizona will never be the same once Ned shows up there.
Better have some Miller Lights on stock.
Better have, that's why did we not buy stock in that company a long time ago? But what a great time you had. How influential he was in your life.
He shaped my future. if he had not come into Ionia, probably wouldn't have went to Grand Valley because I wouldn't have had the success on the football field.
Yep.
And you go down the line, I wouldn't have met my wife, I wouldn't have my 3 daughters, I wouldn't have this, I wouldn't have that. So
you're blaming Ned for a lot of stuff.
blaming him in a good way. I've told him many times, like he changed my path.
Yeah.
So.
Nettie was my first boyfriend. And he's
I did know
still.
Just so you know, Hot Todd is watching right now.
Hi, Hot Todd. Hot Todd knows.
Todd knows that.
Hot Todd knows I love Nettie. Right, Toddy? What's Hot Todd doing watching? So you talk about Grand Valley. I mean, who can be better than Brian Kelly as a role model?
Yeah. One of his most famous quotes that I still go back to almost every day: the harder I work, the more lucky I get.
Oh,
I tell my girls that often
I love that.
and as frequently as possible because it's the darn truth.
He had some other quotes too that we
He
probably
did.
won't talk about.
Yeah, you know,
He's a colorful guy.
He's colorful, but he helped shape my life too. And in fact, my time management system was developed because I didn't do real great my freshman first semester. Maybe
that.
a little bit, yeah. And he called me into his office. I had a heart-to-heart one-on-one with him, and I was prepared to show him the change that I had made over Christmas break because you guys had a
little hard time.
pretty good heart-to-heart. I think that was the
I
first
think you
time
had some fun.
That was the first time I was in trouble.
As a freshman in college,
Yeah.
all those other times you were
Yeah.
just perfect.
But no, he helped shape my life as well. And Coach Baltus,
Yep,
on the
Jerry
track
Baltus.
side, I still text him often. I've gone and talked to the teams in the past. Yeah, he's I would say even a close friend.
Yes.
Coach Baltus. So.
Yep. And the teammates, I mean, I think about all the people we know because of those team relationships, right? Even like the investment club that you were in is a sort of a team, and you think about those long-lasting relationships and how many business relationships you now have because of that.
Yep. So my best friend in the investment club, Scott and Paul, they've gone on to do great things. Paul is a big-time commercial lender down in Southeast Michigan. Scott is now COO of Mercantile. He's a year younger than me.
Yeah.
One of the most exceptional human beings I've ever met, and you meet those great people. I'm sure everybody's seen with the Silicon Valley Bank ordeal out west in California. Scott and Paul and we often text each other when these types of things happen. And it's always on a Sunday night. It's the weirdest thing.
Isn't that
back
funny?
with Bear Stearns back in 2008, we were blowing each other's phones up.
Yeah.
But you surround yourself with great people that have different perspectives and
Helps us be
surround
better
yourself.
people
Absolutely.
and helps us learn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've talked about like the team you have at Independent Bank that is your support, is your not even really support, they're your equals or better than you, the same way I have.
Incredible. Yep.
Yeah.
They allow me to do things that other lenders can't because of the team that we have in place.
So you have, I love these girls. I mean, they help me out all the time.
All the time.
Hazel
and
is
Callie.
amazing.
Yep. We had a payoff request for a independent bank loan that was not even our group's origination, but you
couldn't get it.
You couldn't get a payoff. The clients needed to close. It happened yesterday, right? We reached out to our payoff department servicing team, who was awesome. They responded quickly, but Hazel knew exactly what to say, how to say it. We
How to
got the
get it.
payoff off to the title company. And again, that was not our client's originated loan. We still helped out, and it just it got your
It got my
transaction
closing done,
closed.
our clients happy,
So-
and it wouldn't have happened without it. So
But they're phenomenal, and Darren, who I've kind of hitched
Darren
my
Clark,
wagon to, a world of experience. I wish he and I and Hazel and Callie, I wish our paths would have merged together sooner, but I'm so happy.
I think life puts you where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there.
Yep.
Because I think your experience in commercial banking led up to this being a phenomenal opportunity and the knowledge you have to be able to sit with clients at a high level, business people, whatever, is not what a normal lender can do for me.
I would agree, humbly, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a great team. I got Blondie.
Yes, you do.
I got Blondie, my director of ops.
Who does much
Gail
more than
Steffens.
just hold cameras.
She does. She does do a lot more than hold cameras. She's great at helping pick up kids when we need her.
Would,
What do you always say, Gail? Whatever I need, because that's what you made the big bucks for.
Yep.
Right? One of these days we're going to get Gail on camera.
Highly unlikely.
She's a little camera shy, but so Gail is really the glue that holds our team together. I mean, she oversees everything. She has a lot of interaction with my clients, which helps because communication is key.
Absolutely.
And my marketing director, who has helped us. I mean, the work that Gail and Nicole have done the last year and a half, and where we were and where we are, I mean, phenomenal.
I mean, you're really looking at reaching back out to your database, right?
Yes. Yes.
The past client stuff, the stuff that we moved before sitting down here, the engagement.
Yes.
You want to create clients for life.
Clients for life. Yep. Forever clients. I mean, we thank them enough for what they do for us. But so that's enabled me to concentrate more on what I love to do, which is list and sell real estate, right? And now that I'm with Keller Williams, I was allowed to build a team where most other brokerage-centric models don't encourage you to do that, but Keller Williams does, which is one of the things I love. So in addition to my wonderful Gail and Coley, Jamie Steffens has just joined my team, and he's hitting it out of the water. He's doing everything we've told him to do, and he's going to be a phenomenal agent. We have Krista Dudley, who's in Elma, and she controls that market for us and does a lot up there.
Yep, she just had a baby, and I know she's.
Yep.
I've already been talking with her a little bit.
Yeah, but she's still working hard.
Yep.
And
after it.
Ann Swinehart has just joined us, and she's doing all the right things. So it's fun for us to be able to teach them the right things to do to make them so successful.
Yep.
And that I don't have,
Absolutely.
right? Different knowledge, different people.
Yep.
And that's the great thing about a team is, all the different aspects we all add to that.
Yep. Yeah. Knowing what you're good at and surrounding yourself with great people who can shore up anything where you're weak. And there's things that fill people's buckets, that might not necessarily you or I, and just getting stuff done. That's the most important thing.
Getting shit done.
The most important thing is the client experience, where I talk about an analogy of, going to eat at your favorite restaurant, having a fantastic meal. Your waiter, there's so many people more than just the waiter. You see the waiter.
Right. That's who you interact with. Right. Yep.
That's kind of what holds the meal together.
Yep.
Both from drinks, water, but there's so many people involved. I mean, from ordering ingredients, maintaining the equipment. I mean, stuff you
cooking
the food, everything.
But that one person is who you interface with.
Yes.
And you don't see all the stuff behind them.
Yep.
That makes the ship roll.
Makes that particular person successful. So yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So teams in our life are important,
absolutely.
right?
Yep.
And
so on their own.
Yep.
Not possible.
Not to do. Well, yes. Yeah. I agree.
To do the best job, I don't think one person can do it.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. What else have we got?
You don't want me making your cocktails and ordering ingredients and cooking your food.
But you are pretty good on the grill.
It's pretty easy.
When I move in your house with you and Lori, I'm gonna expect I'm gonna expect a lot of grilled food.
I don't know if Lori approved that.
I think maybe she wants just your dad to move in.
I don't know about that either.
What else do we have? Anything?
I can think of. I love seeing the sun. I was literally at a 2.5 hour ride home yesterday after some presentations, and it was beautiful, sunny.
Puts you in a different frame of mind, doesn't it?
Absolutely does. Yep.
I know Gail's in a lot better mood when the sun shines.
Mm-hmm.
Much better. She doesn't like to be cold. She doesn't like to be wet. So we try to make the sunshine around here every day.
Yeah. Manifest that shit.
Manifest that shit. Yes. Yes. So busy day ahead. I do. You do.
Yep. Gonna be heading out to appointments probably till later this evening, and Yep.
Good.
Got to get some work done in between.
Absolutely.
So, some of you people I'm getting back to. It's March 15th. Beware the Ides of March.
Beware.
Right?
Everybody have a great day. If you need anything with real estate, call me, Cathy Hoppo, 616-915-2890.
And Boomer Hoppo, Independent Bank, 616-902-0796.
Thanks.
See you next week.